YouTubers, Mike Martins here, Mike Martins channel. I'm going to set up a new series for you guys. I got so many people about asking about opening a small business, retailish, something retail-y. I don't even think that's a real word, but I want to say it anyway. And I just want to put some ideas out there on how it got me started and motivated to get into it. Sometimes I like to talk too much, so just kind of, just bear with it for a bit. But if you are looking, I'm going to start a series. I'm going to start a series on my channel. This is going to be part one, so you're watching part one of the series. Now, small business, especially if it's something, if you're doing something like very unique, like me, I just do board games and RPGs and dice and graphic novels, but I expand it into other things later. But if you want to get into something like this, I'll give you a tip. If it's something unique like board games, you could kind of go out of your way and get something in an obscure location, alleyway, something obscure in a weird strip mall, because people go out of their way to come to places like this. They go out of their way to come here, regardless of where we are located. So location is important when starting your first retail store. It's crucial. Don't worry about people close by that do the same thing. I've seen 3-4 pizza stores within a 4-block radius of each other, and that basically, and they all thrive. They all thrive off each other, and they do well. So this is my location. I'm in this mall, and I've been in this mall for 9 years, but I've changed locations 4 times. My lease was up, I get a better spot. My lease was up, I get a better spot. So let me give you a shot of it from back here. So when I started this location, I started with the smallest location possible to make sure. My first location was about 400 square feet. It was tiny. And what I did was I used a credit card, basically, to get me started. And I just started with $5,000 in inventory. And here's my display case. So I basically started with $5,000 in inventory and crossed my fingers. And it just fell into place. Then eventually I started expanding my selection. So basically you would mark everything up 50%, right? So if you buy this for 10, you sell it for 20, and then you buy it back, and then you go ahead and keep the $10 in your pocket. Then you're going to get to a point where you're going to start building up like this. Then you're going to start ordering like this, and you're going to need help. But this is part one of the series, and I want to talk about location, because location is crucial at times, depending. If you're going to be more of a cash and carry place where it's just people come in, buy a bag of chips and leave, crucial location will be obviously by train stations, bus shelters, places like that where you can guarantee to make a sale off those kind of items. But I want to talk more about being in the specialized part of the business, where if you're selling very unique candles or very expensive soaps, or custom clothing, custom tailoring, custom, hard to find memorabilia, then stuff like that, you're going to want a mediocre location where you could be seen. And then if it's a very, very, like I said at the beginning, a very unique, specific, hard to find type of business, then you go ahead and you could open anywhere you want. Because once you get yourself out on social media, you create your Facebook page, create your just create your presence and get people to know that you're out there and stuff like that. And like there's a lot of ideas I could throw out there for you guys. You want to avoid something that involves intense labor. So let's say you want to sell tires. Then you're going to have to get a tire installation tool to install tires on rims. Then you have to hire qualified people that know how to install tires and check tire pressures and stuff. And then now you're getting outside of you're getting more into service and not retail. But yes, you are selling the tires because you need a good salesperson to sell the tires. Location on something like that is mediocre to none, because You don't need the that kind of exposure because people will find you online anyway. Has the location helped for us? It has. This location being specifically here and by the escalator to go to the movie theater, has it helped? It has helped. It has helped where people going up to see movies would see us and say, whoa, what's that place there? That has helped. Also, location, also, there's the downfall on the location is having a convenient place to go to. The downfall is people photographing, showrooming, coming in, photographing the product, and then buying it online. So they come to me as a catalog, browse through the catalog and see what's available, and then go ahead and pick it up and then buy it from somewhere else. Or waste my time, 40 minutes of my time showing 10 board games, and then they go ahead and buy it online, right? I've had even people bring board games from the shelf up to the counter and say, I'm buying these, what else is good? You show them what else is good and they walk out. And I'm like, you're not going to buy these board games? And like, well, you wouldn't spend the time and tell me what's good if you knew I was buying it online, right? So things like that. Then you want to be able to find a hand-in-hand retail. I'm making this stuff up as I go. Hand-in-hand retail is, I sell board games. And then I just start selling Gundams because these things go hand in hand, right? So this is a hand-in-hand retail store where board games, oh wow, look at these Gundams, they're awesome, right? And then hand in hand, I'll show you, I'm just making this up, so this doesn't exist, so you look it up, it won't say anything. Hand in hand, graphic novels. Hand in hand, RPGs. Hand in hand, Star Wars miniatures. And you see what I'm saying? So you want a business, especially if you want to get into the retail sector, you want to grab yourself a business that's going to work, eventually expand. And so let's say you want to do jewelry, okay? Then with jewelry, you can get into gold. Like so you do gold. Then you can get into silver. Then you can get into stuff like platinum. Then you can get into other stuff as you progress, and basically it's all hand in hand. You buy bangles and you buy, let's start getting hoop earrings. That's also considered hand in hand. And then if you want to go hand in hand obscure, then you can start selling maybe driving gloves for men. You know, men like those nice thin leather driving gloves when they're driving. And especially if they're buying jewelry, that would be the type of genre of people that would buy nice leather driving gloves if they're spending $3,000 on a ring. So things like that, you know. So I just wanted to put this out there. This is part 1 of my series. I'm going to do taxes. I'm going to do taxes and accounting. I'm going to kind of put it together and make for it to make proper sense. But location is very important. And remember, don't be scared to be close to someone else that's doing the same thing. Or don't be scared to put your own style on something to make it more attractive, or a better spin-off on it to make more people want to come and see you. Anyways, so that's my part for location and hand in hand. Hand in hand is important. Like I said, if you want to get into wood carved figurines, and then, okay, I got the wood carving going, it's selling, I'm doing well, then you want to get into ivory, and then you want to get into this, and then maybe you want to get into selling tools to make carvings. And that's how you build up eventually your a music store. The music store is a great business. I was thinking of buying used instruments because people have a bunch of instruments lying all over the house. They never play them. They sell their used guitars, their used pianos, their used stuff. You buy it at 20% of value, and then you sell it back for 50% of value, right? Then you'll get like autograph stuff come in, and you're like, holy crap, I gotta put that behind glass. Then you start expanding, you start buying guitar strings, you start doing, then that's how I see a progression in but you have to make sure you have to be able to expand. And if you're able to expand within the business, not expand to a bigger location, but primarily expanding within your business to offer more of a range. Let me know what you guys think, if I did okay, and then I'll do part 2 of my series. Maybe I'll do taxes. Taxes are really important that they're done right, especially if your business is doing well. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Bye.